Union Minister Suresh Angadi backs Chief Minister BS Yediyurappa and the centre over flood relief works. Angadi says that BS Yediyurappa is doing great work and the centre has responded to the state's request and released 1,200 crore rupees. Angadi also said that the opposition is unnecessarily targeting the state government. The minister added that instead of praising BS Yediyurappa, Siddaramaiah is making unnecessary comments.
ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ವಿನಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರನೂ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಈಗ 1,200 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೇವಲ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, 16 ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಭಯಂಕರವಾದಂಥ ಪ್ರವಾಹಗಳು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಕಾನೂನು, ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಇದೆ. ಅವರು ವರದಿಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಅನುದಾನವನ್ನು ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ ನಾವು ತರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನಾಯಿತು, ಸದಾನಂದ ಗೌಡರಾಯ್ತು, ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ್ ಜೋಶಿ ಅವರಾಯ್ತು, ಉಳಿದ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸತ್ ಸದಸ್ಯರಾಯ್ತು, ನಳಿನ್ ಕಟೀಲ್ ಆಯಿತು, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಜನತೆಗೆ ಏನು ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸನ್ನದ್ಧರಾಗಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಯಾರೂ ಧೃತಿಗೆಡಬಾರದು. ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ವಿನಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Well, he also goes on to slam Siddaramaiah. Let's take a listen what Angadi had to say.
ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು ಅವರು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದರು, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು. ಭಗವಂತ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಲಿ. ದಸರಾ ಹಬ್ಬದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಮನೋಭಾವನೆಯನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವರು ಟೀಕೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪರಿಹಾರವನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿತಾರೆ. ಅವರಿದ್ದಾಗ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು, ನಾವೇನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಭಿನಂದಿಸಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾರೇ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಭಿನಂದಿಸುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ರಹವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಕೇವಲ ಟೀಕೆಗಾಗಿ ಟೀಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇದ್ದಾಗ 200 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನೇ ಇದ್ದೆ 2004ರಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರ ಉತ್ತರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರಿದ್ದಾಗೂ ಇಂಥ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಾದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ಪರಿಹಾರವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ಆತ್ಮಾವಲೋಕನ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಟೀಕೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಆ ಜನರ ಸಂಕಷ್ಟದ ಆ ಜನರ ಸಂಕಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡಿ ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಪರಿಹಾರವನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆ ಜನರ ಒಂದು ಆತ್ಮಸ್ಥೈರ್ಯ ಬೆಳೀತದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಬಯಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು
Let's quickly go over to my colleague Adarsh to tell us a little more. Adarsh, do add into this. Suresh Angadi, the Minister of State Railways, has been pointing fingers at the opposition, saying the opposition is unnecessarily raking up the issue, while the state has already got 1,200 crores, beg your pardon, as funds, and we should be satisfied. We are looking at the state of affairs. The devastation costs at least, the damage is assessed at least 38,000 crores. And Angadi says that we should be sort of happy with, for starters, to get 1,200 crores. And he's reacting to the opposition's troll. Do you think that should be his focus right now?
Well, again, there is two distinct sides to this whole story, Nabila. One is what the BJP is saying. They are constantly holding on to this one point that 1,200 crores have been released. And apart from that, the other side is the Siddaramaiah camp. You also have H.D. Kumaraswamy, the opposition essentially, JDS and Congress, who've been constantly attacking the BSY government here in the state and the centre as well, the BJP government at the centre. They are very unhappy with the fact that just 1,200 crore rupees have been released, whereas there is a requirement in excess of 36,000 crore rupees. Now again, when we're talking about this particular flood relief report that was also furnished in front of the centre, it clearly had all of these details as to what's the kind of loss that the state has undergone due to the recent flood and what's the aftermath like. So it clearly had the statistics, it clearly had the numbers in it, and it had about 36 to 38,000 crore rupees that was required, but the centre has responded with 1,200 crores. Now ever since that has happened, and even before that, there have been n number of politicians from both Congress and JDS who have been attacking BS Yediyurappa. Now again, what is even more surprising is the fact, that even within the BJP, there is some sort of a dissent, there is some sort of a dissidence. We have Deputy Chief Minister, people like Lakshman Savadi going on to make statements that may not be really in good taste, and several BJP leaders, in fact, not liking those kind of statements, not liking the attitude of the state government in ensuring that flood relief meted out to the people on the ground. So there is a lot of ire, there is a lot of scorn being heaped on BS Yediyurappa and the BJP government in the state, not just from the opposition, but from within the party itself. Now, just yesterday, we had the former Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy, in fact, came out and said that BJP is indulging in some sort of a corruption. It's only the BJP voters that are getting all the relief funds, and to which the BJP, in fact, replied by saying that, look, there's the reason why money is not really going down to the common man is because the number of applications filed are only about 9,000. So they are almost putting out this particular stand wherein they are expecting people to come forward and take their relief funds. But nonetheless, you have Suresh Angadi right here who has come out and defended B.S. Yediyurappa. This is again one of the other ministers, one of the new ministers who has really come out in strong defense of B.S. Yediyurappa. He does have his own support base. There are several ministers and several leaders within the BJP camp who are completely supporting him at this point in time, while he is also facing quite a bit of opposition from within the BJP. Now, again, it is a catch-22 kind of a situation. It's a situation that the BJP government in the state has to deal with, and B.S. Yediyurappa has constantly been saying that this 1,200 crore rupees is only the beginning. More will follow. But the bigger question is when. If you're talking about 1,200 crore rupees, that's only like a fraction of what is really required on the ground. Plus, despite the fact that 1,200 crore rupees has been released, how much of it is really going to the common man, and how quickly will it reach the common man, and how quickly will that ensure that the common man is able to stand back on his feet? That's the bigger question. Now, when we're talking about losses to the tune of 36,000 crore rupees, that's no mean amount. That's a huge amount, and that means a lot of people are on the road, they're on the streets, they're not able to fend for themselves. Now, time is of essence. While yes, the BJP does have a certain point on their hand wherein 1,200 crore rupees has been released after much hue and cry, after much dilly-dallying, after much delay. A lot is really desired on the ground, not just in terms of more funds, but also in terms of ensuring that whatever has been released so far reaches the common man at the earliest. That is not somewhere down the line happening. The BJP is dragging its feet. They are saying we want people to come forward and ensure that they're filing their applications, which is not really happening at the pace which one would expect. On the other hand, you have the JDS and Congress. Despite the fact that 1,200 crore rupees have been granted so far, they are completely unhappy. So that's just the two sides of how the entire politics is taking place. But again, the bottom line, Nabila, remains that amidst all this politics that is taking place between the opposition and the current government and within the government itself, it's the people on the ground, it's the common man that have to suffer, and they are yet to get the money. Most of them, in fact, 90%, if I were to really roughly say, 90% of them are yet to get any kind of an assistance, apart from the first initial relief of 10,000 that is given to them. But that is again not enough at all. So apart from that, there is not much that they're getting, and it's the flood victims that are really suffering at the end of the day, Nabila.
Right. Adarsh, thank you very much for joining us with those details.